Hey everyone, it's Ross from Mythic Mountain Folk Tabletop Club. What you're about to watch is one of our ongoing original Dungeons & Dragons campaign games set in the shared grand campaign setting of Otherworld. This uses the old school setting and mega dungeon module, Gunderholfen. Welcome to our table. Like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for joining us. Gunderholfen. Ancient. Abandoned dwarven hold. Battleground. Hero's Bane. A tomb of treasure seekers. Gunderholfen is a classic, old-school, exploration-focused sandbox-style mega-dungeon. Will we be clever enough to survive?
Is Ross not joining us?
Oh, Ross will not be here tonight.
No.
Hello, and welcome back to Swords and Wizardry. When last we left off, I believe you guys had just cleared, more or less cleared the first level of Gunderholfen, the mega dungeon, which haunts this area of Arain and Albion. I believe you have a different plan today. Instead of just diving down the various rabbit holes you found that lead deeper into the depths of what is essentially the closest to hell that you can experience on Earth. Our caller today is Varger. It is the 8th of Arok, of Imbolc of Arok. It is evening and it is cold. It's been a warm, unseasonably warm week, and that trend continues today. There's no danger of dying of hypothermia or freezing to death in any sort of way. You meet together at Steely Sean's alehouse to plot, to plan, and then to proceed. Varger, what do you do?
So Varger is going to present his plan to the rest of the group. He has conferred with his bird friends, especially the clever one, Kiek, and there are about 20 brigands of various shapes and sizes in this fort in Prickly End, and Varger is proposing that we go down there and see whether or not we can turn out the brigands and restore, I guess, more natural order to the forest. I would like to see if there's anyone in Longfeld, any of the authorities that would give us aid in this, and if not, I would like to see if we can hire some mercenaries to help us do this. But I mean, Varga just wants to go kill all the hobgoblins there. He's not interested in turning it over to our hobgoblin quasi-allies from Gunderholfen, just because that would just make it would. I don't know what the upside for us there would be. They're already going to let us pass, so.
Okay. Who specifically do you seek out for assistance?
I would go to the Temple of the Light, I think. Maybe this paladin, and see, because, like, I mean, Varger is not devoted to the light, but he understands that our mutual enemy, these chaotic forces, are it's not good to have around. So, see if they would lend any troops or resources.
Right. Do you remember his name by any chance?
Oh man, the paladin. Let me see.
Wasn't the paladin dead? Didn't he die?
No.
Oh.
No, well, I don't think so.
Well, his name is Heronius, or
Erroneous.
and he listens patiently while you explain your plan or what you'd like to accomplish.
I will leave out that I am, a side goal of this is to reestablish this druid circle. I will not tell him that,
He suggests that you, in that case, he suggests that you take this plan of action to a local governing authority, as his efforts are more related to religious work and not necessarily
Okay.
demands management, so to speak.
Have we talked with any of the governing authority before? I don't think we ever actually
I don't believe we
spoken,
have. No.
spoken to anyone official.
If we do, let's not tell them our party name. That might.
Masters below.
Yeah, that might kind of ixnay on the masters below snay. That might kind of give them the icks.
We're definitely not chaos. Wink.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Cutter's crew.
call ourselves the Brave Companions or something.
I mean, we have done a fair amount of good things. We've rescued Janice. We've rescued what's his name?
Matthew,
Yeah, but then we also left a bunch of guys to die. We slit a guy's kneecap to escape.
Oh, that was rough.
Paydrag is not here right now.
Yeah, Paydrag's. We wouldn't have Paydrag in a meeting with the local government.
Pretty much anybody, actually.
Yeah.
The weird wizard's not with you. Well, I suppose I don't remember his name, but the local governor, the Lord, meets with you. Well, not the Lord. One of his stewards. What are they called?
Seneschals?
Yeah, that's a great word for it. One of his seneschals meets with you, and tells you the standard practice here. Actually, the Lord is willing to pay 1,800 gold to locate the brigand camp and bring it to the seneschal, or to the Lord, the head of the brigand leader.
Okay.
You're also welcome to any looting that can be taken from the camp.
All right.
That's not public knowledge, though.
Yeah.
I leave the route. It's I would have. Good thing they didn't know I would have did it for free.
Pretty much.
But this might cover some of the cost of the mercenaries, because I think we should try to hire some people.
Yeah.
Did Kiek, my raven friend, did he give me any indication about where this fort was? Do I have a rough bearing from Longfeld? I know it's in Prickly End, but
yes, it is in Prickly End. He says if you follow the road, it's to the west.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, I say we try to hire some mercenaries, and I think we should buy a ladder or two.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
And so we can. We have two. The birds told me that there are large animals. So I have one second level spell that might be useful. I can either do Charm Mammal, which if it's a large weasel or a large mammal, we can try to charm it, or I can do Obscuring Mist, which will allow us to approach. But it's kind of it's an either or thing.
Would the obscuring mist allow our entire warband to approach?
It depends on the fort, how the layout is. If it's let me look at the actual text of the spell.
Now, when you converse with this raven, is it a telepathic images thing, or do you speak his language?
This is me over the week casting speak with animals. I get this information. So if I cast that, I also I don't have the other spells. So
right,
I'm not speaking with Kiek once we leave Longfeld.
No.
I don't know. Anyone have? My inclination is to go with charm mammal, unless.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
because I don't think if we're taking all of us and probably a fairly sizable like paramilitary force, I don't think that's going to. We're not exactly stealthy.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty significant. Let me look at the text.
Oh, does everyone have a tent?
Here, one
I
sec.
do, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I have completed
It's-
my new wizard staff.
Pretty good.
Uh,
Nice.
All right, tent. Added. Add gold. Decremented. How
Are there
many
any-
days? How many days rations should I pack?
A week?
Yeah, a week. Yeah, won't be more than a week.
Alrighty, one sec. Are we going underground for a lot of this, or is this mostly overground?
As far as I know, overground. There
Alright,
might be
cool.
might
Much
be
cheaper.
a basement, but I
We've
still
got a
have some
wagon.
oil.
Gotcha.
We've got a wagon if anyone needs a ride in it.
Trail rations
put
it
all
is.
We can put all of our supplies in the wagon, our tents and whatnot, large items.
Sure.
Our Wagoneer.
Are there mercenaries available for hire this week?
That is a really good question.
It's probably how I wind up joining the crew. As you, wherever you're searching for mercenaries, I wind up
It's like,
dragging
right?
myself aboard.
There
Richard,
are
what
not
are you
any
playing and what's your name?
mercenaries available.
I am playing a novice thief named Chet. I am the inheritor of a decent supply of equipment and gold from a senior thief who died hilariously in a hijink, which I was blessedly not a part of.
Allegedly.
I am upholding his tradition of making high-risk bad decisions with my life by trying to get insanely rich as an adventurer.
Nice.
It's possible that will happen today.
It's also possible that I will perish. We'll find out together.
We'll find out together.
And the mist obscure you.
You said no mercenaries.
No mercenaries today.
Alrighty.
Must be a holiday. All the boys are out in the farmlands.
They're watching a game apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're watching
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Whatever.
the Taylor Swift show
Again.
with a football game in between it.
Again, when this episode comes out in 9 months, man, is this going to be topical.
Right?
Nice. All right. Well, in that case, does anyone have reservations about pushing forward anyway? There are upwards of 24 enemies in this fort. Okay, cool. In that case,
Don't ask me to charge headlong into battle.
I know. I just might ask you to sneakily go put this ladder next to this wall so that we
Sneak
can
headlong
try.
into battle.
Yeah.
We're bringing Marathgear, right?
I would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to bash. So
Good.
This is our clay golem friend, Rathgear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. He's a good boy. Or girl, I don't know. Or nothing.
Hey, girl back.
Just old robot clay man.
With spiky hair. That's the important part.
We probably should have some nice saddlebags for Rathgear by now.
Yeah.
Or gold and nuggets.
Oh yeah.
He
We
can
actually
just
should, yeah.
carry as though he's strength 18. You don't need to buy any specialized saddlebags.
Okay.
Or anything.
For one of them look nice.
have to leave
Repurpose some
call.
old
I have to-
horse saddles.
I have to leave call for a second. I'll be back.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do before you set
Nope.
up?
Oh yeah. Let me put my gold down for this my
Yes.
expenses.
Everybody
Remove.
except for Chet needs to remove the associated amount of gold. 2.1 gold if you don't have a house, half that if you do. 5 silver per mount per day.
Let me see if a ladder is on the equipment here.
It is.
Hard to say.
I will buy a ladder.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Sweet.
Please subtract the appropriate amount of gold. If there's
Sweet.
nothing else you'd like to do tonight, then we will reconvene on the 9th of Inbulk of Arok. To set out in the morning to seek riches, fame, fortune, arcane secrets, the huge. It is currently 6 a.m. on the morning of the 9th of Inbulk of Irok. It is foggy. Which way do you go?
We will head to the southwest.
Okay.
Or southeast, sorry.
There's a fork in the road here.
We're going to continue heading to the southeast.
It's about
we will continue. Yep.
It's about 1 p.m.
Continue.
before the passage starts winding south, and you see the dense forests of the local lord's hunting grounds on the horizon.
Excellent. We'll head towards the hunting grounds. Do we are we breaking the law by going into his hunting grounds, or
No. You're allowed to pass through. You will be breaking the law if you're found poaching, if you kill an animal and don't pay dues or don't have licenses. Yeah. But no,
cool.
It's not considered bad to pass through. It's actually a fairly safe passage, since these roads are fairly frequented. Further to the south is more civilized lands. It is about 4 p.m.
Let's just head off a little bit to the west. I know that the fort is somewhere to the west. So, and then we can pitch a camp and try to find it the next day.
Hope some of you lot know your way around the wilderness, because I'm a city boy by heart.
Don't worry, it's safe here.
We got faith in Birdman. Ooh. I call Vargirl the Birdman, and Paydrag is the Whisperer.
Paydrag is the freak. Okay. You make your rest, and it is uneventful. You wake at 6 a.m. the next day, ready to set out once more.
And so, I mean, like, we're just sort of scouring the area, or I would like to just sort of scour the area looking for paths or anything that would go to what we know about this fort.
It really isn't terribly hard to find. There is a great deal of underbrush that's been crushed down. You're definitely in the area. One of the things that is important to note is that the Lord does know where these guys are, but he really does not want to commit any sort of manpower to, taking it back. They haven't been doing very much raiding. There's only been some stealth raids on trading shipments and outlying farms, but even that is pretty low profile. The only question that you have to ask yourself is, from which direction would you like to approach?
What do the approaches look like? Like, can we tell without choosing a direction what our options are?
Sort of from the south so the two entrances into the old fort are the south gate and the north gate. And you have to assume that the other entrances are, or those, you have to assume it's heavily guarded.
Okay. It looks like it. So I'm looking at the map, so I'm sort of assuming something here. But it looks like the north is a little bit closer to the woods. So let's just see if we can get to the edge of the woods and look at this fort and not make ourselves known.
I think he said there's a north entrance too. Maybe just steer a little bit
Yeah.
clear of that, the guards.
Yeah. We don't want to announce ourselves, but just see what we can see.
Let's
See if there's any change of guard, perhaps any signals they're audibly making to one another. Any with show?
All right. Approaching from the north. Let's make sure that this is all... Oh, it's not. It looks terrible.
No.
That looks great, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it looks terrible in the recording because I have to keep adjusting the recording. This is boring.
Sympathies. How steep is this slope area over here?
That is a good question, and I have the answer to it. I just don't have the answer to it pulled up currently. All of these slopes are 20 feet up from what you can see.
Okay. That's not too bad. It's just like a rise over run of about 2.
Yeah, sure. This is the north gate that you're looking at.
Yep.
Okay.
Can't see any details of the on top of these hills here.
Okay.
And so it looks like
Is
the
this scale
fort-
accurate?
Let
like-
me double check. Yes.
Okay.
It looks like the fort is up on a sort of outcropping, and there are ramparts immediately from like this would be a rampart.
Yeah. So these are all natural hills.
Yep.
You can see down here is the north gate with some walls. The walls actually extend up onto the next level of hill. So they're more than 20 feet tall walls, but they're sort of crumbling at the top.
So all the black is like a big hill fortress.
Yes, yeah, that's just where you can't see.
The east
This-
and west is trees.
That's water. This is pools of water.
I don't know.
Okay.
You're in sort of sort of a brambly wetlands currently.
What about that Stonehenge-looking thing?
Oh, what do you think that is?
That is a really good question. You want to go check it out?
That's up to Varga.
Could we do it without being obvious and seen? Is it still foggy?
It is still foggy, and I'm gonna say that you're competent enough to be able to see without being seen at this point. You're in the woods and they're not, and this is probably not a direct. This is just the edge of the map. This is not a.
And we take the long way if we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't currently been shot at, or nobody's gone. Hey, you! Who goes there?
He's got some wet feet right now from this damn swampland. Call.
Okay. I just have to double check something. Okay. So you guys want to go check out that anomaly to the east there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just check and see
Here
what it is.
is what you see. There's a clearing surrounded by verdant trees and shrubs. A ring of weathered black stones encircles a low, grass-covered earth mound upon which rests a pitch-black, gray-streaked merlinite altar.
Is there anything written on the altar?
Yes. Further examination reveals there are faint tracings of sigils. Now I have to. I'm pretty sure. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. That druids have their own specific druidic language. Is that right?
They do, yeah.
So you can read this.
Okay.
It is. Being able to read this reveals these as a chant to the Earth Mother.
So Vargo will read it, like sort of mutter it to himself under his breath as he's reading it, and sort of recognize that this is like a revered place for him and his hierarchy.
I'm sure I've seen Merlinite somewhere in the wild.
I had to Google what it even was. It's a handsome stone.
I've seen it
We all
before.
did. I posted the picture first.
I've seen it before somewhere.
The altar slides
Oh,
to the side
Oh shit.
to reveal a staircase leading down.
Oh,
Dare ye
Secret
enter?
entrance.
Oh yeah, we enter.
yeah, we go
Wait a
in.
minute, Druid. Are you trying to trick us? What's going on here? Is this one of
I'm
your
just gonna
sacrifices?
say someone may be sacrificed today, but hopefully it is not one of us.
Yes.
Do we have a designated torchbearer?
Great
Um,
question.
I have a lamp if anyone wants it.
I'll carry
Yeah, I
it.
have a lamp too. Okay.
All
cool.
right.
I also have a lamp.
Okay.
Chet lights the lamp with quick and confident movements of his flint and steel and holds it aloft, dagger in his other hand. His heavy crossbow is swaying at his hip.
Okay.
I have my bastard sword and my shield out in case.
Let me describe to you what you see. So marching order, I'm assuming, is Ralston and Mulchi in the front, and then
Yeah.
Varger in the second rank with the spear, and then the thieves are just up to something at some point.
Yeah, and we have
could put
Marath here.
here.
Oh, Marathgear,
Yeah,
is
Marathgear
in the
could be
front
up
as
front,
well.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
and
Front or the back?
There's a distinct lack of Jeremiah Jimble.
sad.
Rip.
He's another
Oh,
piece.
Don't do it.
Does anyone want a map today, or do you guys want me to map? I wasn't going to because I'm calling.
Map.
All right.
Thanks, Richard.
Did somebody already take it, Richard?
You've got graph paper ready to rock, man. Go
This
for
will be
it.
my first time. Let's
Everybody,
both do it.
everybody
do it.
who maps
Okay,
gets
okay.
100 XP.
We can
You get-
both.
You
mess
you
with
get the
them.
experience. You need it more than I do. You're more likely to come back for a second session.
Let's do it.
Every single person who maps gets 100 XP. Also, anybody who keeps track of money and monsters will also get 100 XP because I'm
I'll
not
do
very
that.
good at doing it.
I'll do that.
Okay, I will describe to you what you see. Rough-cut stairs descend into deep brown earth. Thick, clinging roots hang down from the ceiling and snake down the walls. A deep, musty smell, the smell of living earth, permeates and hangs thick in the air. 12-foot-long phosphorescent worms trace glowing tracks through the soil. Their glittering trails linger for a few moments before dimming and fading. Varger, you would recognize this place as a place of deep, fey magic.
I will say to the group that isn't it beautiful? Donate the worms.
Yes. I wasn't planning on it.
Be right back. Biology.
All right.
Let's proceed cautiously down.
Proceed to an arch. A chiseled, worn arch of layered beige and light brown sandstone frames a cavern beyond. A soft kaleidoscope of light blue, rainbow-tinted light filters through.
Yeah.
Caverns
Varger.
have a weird smell to them. Have you ever been inside of one?
I'm also like, we'll see whether or not it was a good idea to come down here. Like, Varga's like spidey sense is like, maybe this is like a place of fey magic that doesn't necessarily take us inside the fort, but
Oh,
let's proceed cautiously to this thing and see what we see on the other side.
Upon
Yeah.
approaching
Rainbow color
closer,
Yeah.
there are images carved on the arch, with swirling sigil designs, pictures of frolicking animal-legged humanoids with horns and butterfly-winged small folk. At the apex of the arch is carved the figure of a great cradling tree. Varger, you would recognize the motives on this arch as signs of the Earth Mother and nature, the protector. Everybody who's not neutral, please make a saving throw.
I'm lawful, so yeah.
I'm still neutral, but
Is there only one lawful person here, I believe?
Yeah, that's me.
well, Rouse is my best friend. I gotta go lawful now. I'll start working on it later on.
The good news is that he passed his saving throw, it would appear. Okay. Would you like to venture forth, group call?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Alright. Blue
Does this-
phosphorescent moss on the stalactite thick ceiling illuminates a dreamy grotto of softly glowing giant flowers and plants. Thick orange banded bees hover slowly above huge succulent orchids, pink, purple, and blue. Giant red, white spotted stems with vibrant yellow flowers sway in the gentle breeze. Verdant green plants and enticing lilac blossoms blanket the richly soiled ground that slopes down to an underground river, where a beam of light shines down from a shaft opening.
Sorry, are we moving from north to south?
Yes. This is
Okay.
the shaft opening that light shines through, just so you know.
Varger is struck by the beauty of this place, and he makes a sign of reverence. And he cautions the group to not touch any of the flowers or disturb anything here, because this is a holy place.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Let's tread cautiously without stepping on any of the flowers towards this. Looks like a structure to the southwest.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right, you managed to make it through without stepping and erupting any flowers. I'll just tell you what you see. A moss-covered and half-rotting wooden pier lays at the foot of a river. A boat is moored here. 2 oars lie in its bottom.
I want to look at the moss and see whether or not it looks like something that is concerning. If it's a normal moss, I should be able to identify it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're level 2, right?
Yeah, I'm level 3.
Let's see.
I'm using this eraser like crazy. Woo! I'm having fun.
You would recognize these as Polytrichicae, a family of mosses in particularly wet areas. Species
They're
of
not
this
gonna
group
erupt.
are Dioicus, although some are Monoicus. In most species, the sporophytes are relatively large, the setae are rigid, and the calyptrae are hairy. Most species have nematogenous peristomes with 32 to 64 teeth, and they're sporangium.
Nice.
There you go.
Would I feel anything dangerous would erupt from their spores if we stepped on it?
Nah, this is moss.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's get in this boat.
I mean, you might
Alright.
slip if you like really come down hard with your foot.
Right, twist an ankle.
You're in the boat.
There
You
is
can
this
travel.
over here. Just before we get, my intuition is to not mess with this like sacred place. But if anyone else wants to poke around here, let me know before I.
No. I think the druid has a right of
Yeah.
it. This is,
Yeah. I mean, if this were not a druid temple, Vargo would be like, let's loot it. But it's a
let's loot
druid
this
temple,
place.
so
Yeah.
All right, so barring that, let's get in the boat. And
Can the boat comfortably carry all of us?
Yes.
that's a good question.
You think it could probably carry up to 10 people.
Boat.
The river is
that,
about 8 foot deep and quite clear. It sparkles and twinkles. The bottom is covered in green algae. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Is that cliff face to the west? Or not cliff, but cave wall?
That's a separate stream, you can see.
Interesting.
Nice.
Which way is the water flowing?
North to
Important
south.
question.
No, sorry, south to north, rather. My bad.
It's flowing out from here in like this direction,
Yeah.
and likewise from here flowing this direction.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Well, good to know. We're going. All right, fearless leader. Where are we going? Upstream or downstream?
good
And who's
question.
manning the
That's
oars?
I'm in the oars. I'm pretty
Also a
strong.
Very good question.
Hey,
Big Mochi!
Do you guys want to go upstream or downstream, or do you want to go check out this little side stream here?
I think I
If
should
you
go
want me to
upstream.
decide, if you want
Upstream.
me to decide. Yeah, okay, yeah,
I think
upstream.
upstream
We'll go.
sounds very good.
Let's paddle upstream, see what we see.
Okay. Before long, the mouth of the river becomes a jumbled mass of rocks, which is impassable by boat and likely impassable by foot as well.
Cool. We will paddle back, and then let's go up the side stream over here. This
Okay.
little.
agreed.
The side stream. Oh, I didn't put walls here. Oh well. Sorry, guys.
Do you want us to give you a second? Do you want us to just like avert our gaze?
it's no biggie. You can't really see anything over there. But this side tunnel is quite dark. There's no phosphorescent lichen over here. It's a
Okay.
little bit shallower, about 6 feet deep.
I hold the lamp high aloft.
Oh my gosh!
Gripping the-
I totally missed it. Sorry. Let's retcon this for a second.
Okay.
Upon going upstream, there was something. Light
Oh.
shines from underwater. At the bottom, a glowing golden goblet lies amongst strands of algae swaying in the current.
All right, Varga. This would be the worst thing I've dove into.
I mean,
Hey, we
If
can
you
hook
want.
him, right? Fish him
yeah,
out.
Can we send
All right.
Marathgear down there?
Yeah, that'd be a
cold's the
better
water?
idea.
How cold is the water?
Yeah.
We tile.
I mean, it's not frigid freezing. The underground keeps it quite a stable temperature.
Yeah, let's tie a rope to Marathgear and send him
Yeah.
down.
Here's an
Frost
important
and air and
question:
plate,
Is
right?
the boat stable enough that if someone is outside the water and trying to climb into the boat, they can get in without capsizing it?
It's hard to say, but probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be safer to send Marathgear down.
All right.
Uh,
All right. I
group-
tie a
Is-
rope around him and I ask him
Yeah.
to go retrieve.
yeah,
rope ahoy.
We'll send Marathgear down.
Okay. Upon entering into the water, Marathgear appears to start to melt.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
no.
pull him back up. Let's pull him back up. He's clay. Shit.
Oh no!
He is made of clay.
None of you fired
Oh,
him?
Well, I mean,
None of us heard of.
You haven't put him in the. You're
Oh.
supposed to put him in the kiln.
Oh,
we don't have a kiln. We don't have access to one.
Get in the
Oh,
kiln.
You know-
I'm out now.
I thought it was
Oh,
actually.
man.
I thought it was. I didn't think.
I thought it
like,
was. I thought it was fired
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
Right.
No, clay golems
Like a-
are made of.
Like this.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
like moldable clay.
All right.
No.
Oh, whoops. Sorry,
They're
Mark.
they're
We
they're
try to,
less
like,
like
rearrange this.
statues and more like
Like a modeling clay, I guess.
All right. Someone who is less soluble is going to have to take a shot at this.
All right, I'll do it.
All right.
We
I'll
need
do
a
it.
chemistry major down there, stat.
I take off my armor because I don't want to
Yeah.
die. Well, this would be the first time. This wouldn't be the worst thing I've dove headfirst into.
Yeah. Let's
Don't forget to hold
make
your
sure.
breath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we tie a rope around him just in case.
Thank you.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And I take a dagger. Does anyone have a dagger I could borrow?
Arger hands you one.
I got a
Thank you.
spear if you want a spear instead, but yeah.
The dagger will work.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Ralston, could you make a saving throw for me? And just please let me know if
Okay.
you've passed or not.
16. Yes, sir.
It's at -2. Sorry, I should have.
Oh, minus 2. 14. My saving throw is 12.
Okay. You guys have been surprised by a creature in the deep. This whole thing was a ruse. The goblet
Oh.
at the base of
Oh
at the
my God.
bottom of the river is merely illusory. Luckily, this creature has failed its spell, and that's all it's going to do for this first turn. Now, please roll a d6 for your initiative.
Pull me
Oh
up,
my
pull me up,
God.
pull me up, pull me up, pull me up.
Pulling them up.
Yep.
I'll say that
I got a 6.
that's easy enough to do on your movement phase.
Yeah, awesome.
Ralston.
All right, I got a 6. So.
Simultaneous combat it is. Movement and missile phase. I'm going to assume that it's not a difficult process for you to be in the arrangement that you want to be, including Ralston's able to get back up in the boat on this turn. I'm going to say he's
Nice.
not going to be able to attack because he's got to scramble up into a boat, but
Right.
Yeah.
he's not in the water. It's now the melee phase. Your armor class to hit is 15, and this thing is going to attack. Okay.
Can I shoot this guy? Bows?
I may
Arrows?
have.
We have clear shots.
No. So the only thing that you know for sure is that Ralston was. I think I might have did this encounter wrong. This creature. Yeah, no, you can't. You don't have a clear shot into the water, even if you did. It's in water.
Got
So, the good news is that this thing is not actually going to attack you. It's going to try to leave.
Well, I think we learned something.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Not everything gold is great, I guess. You know.
Could have poked it with a stick first.
Should have
Yeah.
poked it
True. I
with
did have a
stick
10-foot pole.
first. That would have solved you all sorts of heartbreak.
I do have a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
you guys went with throwing dudes into the water instead of like jury rigging
Yeah.
a retrieval system.
Especially after
we were excited.
We're like, ooh, green.
glowing golden
Our green-
goblet. Hell yeah.
Right.
You guys are
Oh,
pogging
man.
too hard, unfortunately.
Yeah. If it's not engaging us, we'll just paddle away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be thankful that Ralston's made that save and didn't die.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Description of what it looked like.
No, it
Swamp-
blended in
swamp thing?
seamlessly into the algae.
It's gonna be back, guys. Ooh.
It might be back.
Put your plate mail on.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I do. I get
Yeah.
dressed. I get dressed.
Okay. So are you guys going back down the side passage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The side passage is dark and slightly shallower. Notably different is that you can't see through the walls anymore.
Well done.
It's
Well
very
done.
constrained in here.
It is quite thin of a passage. It opens up, and I will tell you what it is you see. Blue-green, glowing, phosphorescent side cavern opens up. It contains half-rotten, moss-covered crates and also barrels.
I think we should go prod those with a 10-foot pole.
Exactly.
And see if there's anything good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the crates sort of break open quite easily. The barrels are actually still quite well constructed.
Can we see what's in them? Is there like a bung that we
Yes.
can pop open? Yeah.
It's easy to pop open. Check it out. There are 3 barrels here. One contains wine that smells especially strong. One contains ale that smells especially strong. And one contains an unknown viscous liquid. It smells sweet.
Like me.
I think we pop them all in the boat, and
Yeah.
we can try to identify the sweet liquid later. Maybe it's syrup, maybe it's sugar, maybe it's poison, but
Glasses.
we don't have to worry about it.
Without spoiling it, it's funny you say it is actually identified as a syrup.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
You totally nailed it. That was great. The nature of which, however, you do not know.
Sweet, mate. Yeah, okay, cool. But it's probably saleable, so
Everything
about
is
the
saleable
crates?
to the right buyer.
yeah.
What about the crates?
Oh, that's right. The crates contain old clothes, belts, and boots.
Belts, huh? People's pants fall down a lot down there. Ever since the belt shortage.
Yes.
You're a
Any
little
ideas?
quiet,
Speculations?
Mulchy.
I wonder if this is these are hobgoblin make. It doesn't appear to be.
So this is dead bodies, the clothes they took from them, just threw them in a sack? Maybe, buddy.
Maybe.
Bastard.
Do the crates? Yeah, that's a good question, Ralston. Do the crates look like they're hobgoblin made, or do they look like human make?
You would guess that these are probably stolen clothes, raided and stored here.
So here's my concern. How do they get down from here? Like, how do they bring crates down and up? Like, do they take a boat every time? Is there like a... I want to look around this area a little bit and see if there's stuff we can't see from our current position. Yeah, here we are. Stuff is detected.
Weird stuff detected. To quote Richard. I will tell you what it is you see here. Alright. Come into a wider cavern. There are blue, sparkling stalactites which send shimmering light onto a pool of water, a glowing light within its depths. Aqua blue worms squirm through puke yellow moss along its banks. Wooden jetties ring the pool. A fishing rod, line hanging into the water, stands on one of the jetties. That would be this one here, has the fishing rod.
Northeast will probably bring us to the North River.
Seems likely.
I'm like really put off by puke yellow moss.
Yeah, same.
Past
That just
experiences.
screams poison.
Yeah. Would I recognize it as a poisonous moss, or
No, it's just a it's
just a gross moss?
Yeah, it's a different species of the moss you encountered earlier.
Sweet. How deep is this pool?
15 feet.
It's not shallow enough to poke that shiny with a 10-foot pole. So
No.
I feel like it's not worth getting.
No.
Especially since we know there's something at the bottom waiting for an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah. All right. We could try to snag it with a fishing pole. It feels like
We
it's
could.
asking us to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, snagging what with a fishing pole? There's a specific thing? I missed it.
There's a
goblet.
shiny thing down there at the bottom of the pole.
The description says a glowing light shines within its depths.
Yeah.
Sounds like another trap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It does.
Yeah.
Same thing as last time, I bet.
Okay. Okay. We will not approach the shiny thing that is calling
Right.
out to me like I want it.
Greed.
Let's move cautiously to the northeast. Do we hear any sounds of voices or anything down here?
No.
No.
It is dead quiet.
Good. Love that. Love that for us.
This cavern is thick with purple and aqua blue flowers. Phosphorescent blue moss on the ceiling sheds light throughout the area.
Do we see a ladder over here?
Yeah, what's that?
Yes, that is a ladder.
And a door. I think we see a door too. I would prefer to check the door over here before we go upstairs and get in too deep.
Okay.
I'm gonna so you guys, I'm gonna like sort of like suggest things, but like let me know if you don't want to do
No.
something or if I miss
I'm
No,
all
something.
for the door.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
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 Alright, let me make sure there's nothing that you guys need to be told about going over here. Nope. Alright.
William will take a listen at the door.
And listen, you shall be informed of. What is your chance?
Good question. It was 3. But maybe now it's something better. Third level, 4 and 6.
Nice.
You hear nothing on the other side.
All right, Ralston, you're up.
All right. I'll
open this
open the door. Open the door.
Okay. There we go. All right. Let's see. The door is wood engraved with dancing satyr designs. Oh, okay. Ralston, could you save versus magic for me?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh no. Oof. Okay.
Ralston begins to boogie like you've never seen anybody in your entire life. He's doing every Fortnite dance you can think of. He's doing the Orange Justice. He's default dancing. He's flossing. He's mostly flossing, actually.
Nice.
Now here's the kicker. Here's the really interesting part about this. And I wish that I had the token for it, but alas, I do not. Let me see if there's anything else I need to read out here. So you can also see inside. So there's two things, two distinct rooms you can see. On the right side is a kitchen. It's quaint and furniture appears to have been grown rather than made. The shelves hold jars and ornate wooden utensils, and the left room holds wooden crates, barrels, and a chest decorated with water motifs. There is just one other thing that happens. I just gotta get this set up.
You can't stop dancing.
Yeah, you will be dancing for the foreseeable future,
The
unfortunately.
funk
I feel
has
the
you.
beat. The funk I feel the beat. And I can't stop.
The funk has taken him.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Let's see.
I'm doing the Pee Wee Herman dance.
I thought it was quite clear. You're flossing. Okay. Before you stands a man, or more accurately, half a man.
Sweet.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
This is.
What are you doing down here?
You know what? He does look a lot like your buddy Padrag, at least from the legs down. He's a slender, hairy individual. Even the human-looking parts are quite hairy. His hair is coarse and dark, and he is holding a spear, and at his waist is sort of a lanyard with a set of panpipes on them.
Cool. Vargo will step forward and say he's choosing, and I think he's going to go with Elvish. He's going to say in Elvish to this creature. He's going to introduce himself as Varger and say, "Hello, friend. We mean you no harm. Clearly, you've had fun with my friend here who cannot stop dancing. We are looking for intruders here, and you look like you belong, so we will leave."
Okay. All right. I guess he closes the door.
I've got
Cool.
the funk.
If you're just gonna go, he's gonna close the door. Yeah.
I mean,
Ralston
like,
is going to continue dancing for another 30 minutes.
nice. I mean, unless you guys disagree,
No,
yeah, I don't really want to tangle with a satyr.
no,
and,
that does not seem like.
This is yeah. This is a
That's
holy
above
place
my
for
pay.
Varger. Yeah.
That's above my pay grade.
Yeah. Cool.
This right angle here is a artificial wall. That's not a natural wall.
Okay. Let's check down this hallway and see if we can find a door.
Yeah. Kind of stuck. There is a door, but
Okay,
let me make sure that there's nothing. Yeah. Okay.
Are there glyphs on it, or?
Great question. A crude wooden structure is cradled by stalagmites. The door is half rotten and on its hinges.
Okay. Shall we? Mulchi, I think it's your turn.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I go through that door. Well, I take a quick listen. I'm like, and I open it.
I'll describe to you what you see. Crude, inside are rotten, broken crates and wooden boxes. Red crab shells litter the floor.
Crab shells.
Interesting.
The smell of rotten, ancient fish permeates this whole structure.
Inky. Fish zone.
Varger will prop open some of these crates with his spear just to see if there's anything worthwhile, but it seems like this is rotten fish storage.
Yeah. It's like a cooler if you leave it here drunk after you go fishing.
Yeah, this appears to pretty much be rotten fish storage.
We won't talk about that when that happened to me.
Trying to figure out where this structure is in relation to the rest of the stuff going on here. Can you squeak at us around like this? Can you move us here for a second? Okay, so we're there. Okay, so that's there. Gotcha.
It's
Can we
nestled
peek?
amongst a great many stalactites.
Before we leave this northern area, can we peek at just at the river and make sure that there's nothing
Sure.
interesting across the way?
Across the way is a
Ooh.
sheer cliff face.
Yep.
There are stalagmites screening a walled structure, which you've been to. The muddy ground
Yep.
is thick with large, bright red crabs, with single, jerking, twitching eye stalks.
Interesting.
Tasty.
Interesting.
Probably delicious, seemingly. Let's move to the ladder.
Okay. This is a ladder. Looks to ascend about 60 feet. There's a trapdoor.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's climb the ladder. Does anyone want to go first and listen at the trapdoor?
Take it.
I will take
I haven't
a
done one.
listen.
No, let me. I haven't done one yet.
Okay.
What is your listen?
3 and 6, I believe.
You don't hear anything.
All right.
All right, so let's try to pile through.
The trapdoor is
Right.
locked.
Oh, it's locked.
It's locked from the other side.
Hmm.
I mean, if I wasn't dancing, if I wasn't like doing the Harlem Shuffle, I could probably break that door down.
Oh, your dancing
ladder?
has expired.
Okay.
So the lock's on the other side, so trying to open the lock would not be useful. All right. Yeah, Marathgear, bash it down.
Ooh.
The
We're about underneath the bandit camp up top, I think.
Yeah. If we bash this down, it will get attention.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I did not. If we go out and camp, I could prepare warp wood, and maybe we could warp this so that we could get through it without making a lot of noise. But that
That's
would
a
be
good
my
idea.
spell. That
That's a
would be
good
my
idea.
spell. And it would require camping next to the fort.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Any other ideas before we do that?
Yeah.
Bash through it? Is that,
Yeah, bash through it is fine with me.
It's made out of
But we-
wood? This is wood, right? Trapdoor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we burn it?
We could always knock 2 answers.
Would that be sacrilege, Farger, if we just burn this?
This doesn't seem like much of a holy place anymore.
Yeah, no, this seems like, yeah, exactly. We could burn it.
Pour some oil on it and burn.
It's
Hang on a
going
second.
Up, right? It's hard to-
Yeah, we can't pour anything on it. It's above us.
Oh, it's above. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
You could
hang
try.
on a second. Describe. I'm going to enter in thief mode. Describe this trapdoor to me. Can we see the hinges?
I have thought long and hard of this. You cannot see the trapdoor. It swings upwards.
Okay.
You assume that there is some sort of handle, which is either barred or locked to an anchor point flush. So you got 2 like this, and then there's a thing that goes in between. There does
So
not.
if it's locked,
I say
No,
that
yeah,
to
if there's
say
a
that there's
locked
not like a mechanism that you can pick.
that's really good. No, yeah. If there's a locked hasp up there, our only way of getting through it is violence. The only question is how clever we can be with the violence. I've got a hammer and a collection of iron spikes. I'm just wondering if I can start levering apart individual chunks of the wood. Describe the construction of this.
Yeah, give me
The
one
construction of the
second.
trapdoor, and also the floor surrounding it, or rather the ceiling surrounding it.
Okay. The trapdoor is wooden and good
Okay.
construction. The ladder is rusty and metal.
Okay. How rusty are we talking? Is it still structurally
Oh,
stable?
it's certainly structurally stable. It's as
Okay,
though if you've ever been to Florida or anywhere on any coast, everything rusts because there's salt water spraying constantly on everything.
Naturally.
The floor surrounding it is a natural stone cavern, and you assume that there's probably some sort of flooring on top of it, whether that's masonry or wooden or just packed dirt. It's hard to say.
Okay. So we can't access the hinges mechanically directly. But the construction of this is largely wood. I'm assuming it's a pretty high quality hardwood, given the technological base.
This area is mostly fast-growing deciduous trees, so nothing exceptionally hard or exceptionally exotic. But you're not taking your dagger and whittling away pine here.
No. Like we could chisel through it eventually, but it would be a time-consuming effort.
It would make noise too.
Yeah. Well, so would bashing it down in general.
True.
Especially if there's any kind of hasp up there holding it shut. We're
Right.
gonna have the wood will break before the hasp does.
I think we gotta let Varga try to warp it after a day.
Oh, if you can warp wood, then we're a-okay. You can just wrench it away from the what's the word I'm looking for? The joints, the hinges.
Yeah, the spell in Swords and Wizardry, I just looked it up, says it does not take much to pop open a door or spring a leak in a ship using warped wood.
Yeah, so we can go camp and then come back. That's like, because I don't have it prepared for today.
Alternatively, I will remind you that Marathgear opens doors at 18 strength, so it's on a 1 in 5. Or 1 to 5, rather.
Oh, yes, let's have Marathgear give it a bash.
Alright.
And if we have to run.
Give me just a moment to move to a safer distance.
Same.
Yeah, who would be following him through the breach?
I guess I will.
Oh man, I was just gonna say me, but I'll go with you.
Man,
Fun.
you sound so confident.
Let's do it. 2 shields is better than 1.
That's right.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to do some rolls. Oh, okay. All right. And then. All right. All right. This is gonna be Pog. Marathgear bashes the door open. It is not a difficult task for him. He does it with grace and panache. Rushing into the room. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Rushing into the room, you find a hobgoblin, passed out, drunk. He has not been awoken.
Oh,
Idiot.
Nicely done.
should we get rid of him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, William cuts his throat.
I like to imagine all 3 of the thieves just start stabbing him.
It's like
Get him from all angles.
Absolutely. I am in on this.
Give the
Let's
old-
search him too. Let's see if he's got anything on him.
Very humane.
Yeah.
give the old Julius Caesar.
I'll tell you what he has on him. He has a morning star and a dagger. The morning star has a bronze skull as a pommel. It's easily detachable, as it is threaded on as though a screw or a bolt.
Neat.
He has a potion. It is colored iron, or it's like steely gray. And it smells like grass clippings. He is wearing 2 bronze armbands with jade studs.
Let's take all that stuff. I wonder if this was like the hobgoblin leader. Did we just like get a bunch of magic stuff off this guy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nah. If
What
it was
what
bronze,
was-
it just
what-
looks like bling. Good bling though.
what were the armbands?
They are
Bronze
bronze
with jade studs.
armbands with jade
Alright.
studs. You surmise they're probably worth 250 gold pieces apiece.
Nice.
Well,
This door to the south and this door to the northeast. Can you northwest? Can you describe them to us?
I sure can. The door to the northeast. Well, let me describe to you the room itself. This room contains several rough-cut tables, which hold shanks of meat, dirty mugs, and an assortment of skulls. A trapdoor lies in the southeast corner, one you're intimately familiar with. A curtain drapes the west wall. The trapdoor was once barred on this side with a metal beam. Rusty metal ladder leads down at 60 feet.
Let's pull aside this curtain before we.
Yeah.
I imagine you
Do
wrenched
this.
the hasp right out of its fittings.
Yeah, pretty much. The whole thing is sort of splintered and broke, you know. Let me make a quick roll. I gotta determine something. Okay. Okay. A curtain conceals a room with a moldy mattress and chest. The chest appears to be locked.
Vargo will look at the three thieves and say, "Which of you would like the privilege of opening this one?"
How heavy is it?
They are locked or unlocked? Sorry.
Locked.
Okay, I can try to unlock one.
Standard chest.
While he is working the chest, I will be listening at this door.
Okay.
South door.
Sorry, I'm just looking back on the hobgoblin. He doesn't have a key for this? That's crazy. He's got a key. I'm just trying to see if there's a key somewhere else that I'm missing. And I don't think... I'm not seeing that a key opens this chest anywhere else. So it's on him. He's holding the key.
Okay, cool.
So you also found a key on him. Sorry, I'm just double checking something.
William, maybe if we have the key, maybe spend the time looking for traps.
Okay.
Just to
That's
keep
what I'll
yourself
do.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's no traps, and the chest opens easily. It contains 600 gold pieces, 150
Nice.
silver pieces, and a scroll with liturgic writing on it.
Oh,
Ooh.
So that's 600G, 150S, and scroll. Dang.
I do not attempt to read that scroll.
Yes. Take notes.
We don't have a cleric.
We've never had a cleric.
I know.
And there are 2 armbands, each of which is worth 250 GP.
Give or take.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Give or take on the GP, not the armbands.
Okay.
What are we all at, movement-wise?
6.
Light as a feather.
Yeah. I could take a fair amount of this. I'm at just into 9, so I could take probably. Let's see what happens. If I take.
You also have a clay golem who can hold 350 pounds before max.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's give it to Marathgear. But
Load him up.
yeah.
Aren't you guys glad that someone here remembered to bring big sacks?
That's right.
Call him Big Saxy, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Where do you go from here?
There was no sound from the south door?
No.
All right,
You
let's open
think
it up.
that leads outside.
Oh, okay. Let's open up the northwest then.
Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. My wife just got a rare achievement in a video game.
Congratulations. To her, not to you.
Well, it's on my.
I guess you get mild secondhand congratulations then.
A compliment for us is a compliment for you.
Oh boy.
What is it?
Opening
Oh,
the
hello.
northeast door, there is an immense, hideous, and foul-smelling creature asleep.
Oh, he's asleep.
Apparently drunk.
Wow. Don't drink on the job.
Yeah, seriously.
Are we gonna Julius Caesar this guy?
Yes.
Crude tables hold skull drinking cups, scattered clay mugs, and food scraps.
Yeah.
It's stab o'clock.
Just give
Yeah.
me the word and I'll do it, boss.
Do
Hold
it.
up, isn't it strange that the first guy's asleep, this guy's asleep, something else going on we're missing?
Yeah.
Or am I
It's
being
the
I
wrong-
mean, they're
paranoid?
celebrating something.
Okay.
It's
I'm done with
also
that.
it's also like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and these guys are big drinkers and raiders, and so presumably they're out all hours of the night, feasting and raiding. I will also say, just as a peek behind the curtain, I rolled for both of these guys, and they both rolled. There's a 50% chance for each of them to be asleep. They both rolled asleep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Providence smiles on us today.
You have slain the foul creature. He only has one eye. But that was the case before you stabbed him in the throat, like 40
Okay.
times.
Like, to be clear, is this like a Cyclops situation, or was he a one-eyed guy who used to have two eyes?
This is a one-eyed guy who used to have two eyes. I cannot
Is he
wait
wearing-
for the time I get to use Cyclops or Cyclopes in a Dungeons and Dragons games. I think they're cool monsters.
Is he wearing an eye patch or is it just like a socket?
He has a tiny skull, polished
Oh my
and
God.
set in amber in his eye.
I'm gonna level. I turn to my friends. I turn to the squad and say, I'm going to level with you. This man had panache.
He did.
I
He
respect
did.
this.
Rip in peace.
Yes. Take his eye. Take his
Yoink!
eye socket decoration.
Give that to Ulfkel.
Oh man, I wish I was this cool.
Just saying, you've got a dagger and an amber eye. You could be that cool.
I'm not. It turns out there are things I value more highly.
Okay, there are crude tables here holding skull drinking cups, scattered clay mugs, and food scraps. There's a door to the east. Well, there's two doors to the east, but you just came through one.
Right.
There's also a door to the south.
Let's creak open this door to the east quietly and see what we see.
You've opened a back room. The back room contains a filthy mattress, truly foul. There are roaches and maggots squirming and whirling through the mattress. It would
The
appear that
roaches
this
I get,
creature-
the maggots are unsettling.
It would
No.
appear that this creature likes
No.
to eat in bed.
Nope.
Oh, nice.
Nope. Close the door.
There is
Nope.
also a chest,
Yes.
Oh wow.
2 spiked clubs, and a stone-headed axe, giant-sized.
I pull the chest out of the room so that
Yeah.
my more squeamish
Yeah.
comrades can continue being squeamish in peace.
The chest appears to be unlocked.
All right, I open it while it's facing the wall.
More cockroaches.
Probably.
Inside is 415 silver pieces
Nice.
and 125 gold pieces.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Actually, hang on a sec. We're not quite at our capacity yet, but we've basically filled up almost all of my sacks.
Nice.
Can you fit the heads of these individuals in your sacks?
Easily.
All right. Varger beheads them both and says, "The Lord will want this.
Yes.
This is our payday."
All right.
Um,
Let's get out of here before something moves the boat.
Yeah.
Get out
I
alive.
imagine.
yeah. Do we want to? Let's. Which door? This one.
No, dude. Our sacks are full. We are at encumbrance capacity. Unless you guys brought a bunch more bags to hold coins with.
No.
I've got some sacks.
Very good.
I mean, if like, let's just see what else there is. Let's just
Yeah.
see what.
Okay.
Just
Just
saying,
one
we're
more room. Just one more door.
We're unreasonably lucky so far, and I'd love to not be stabbed to death.
You guys have been pretty darn lucky so far, I have to
Well, I mean, I got zapped with a dancing spell.
Ah, whatever. You needed the cardio.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's open this door. This one.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
The Staff of Doom is in play.
Okay. You said you wanted to open the door in which the hobgoblin lay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
And Richard, I
Uh-oh.
have 5 large sacks. That's like my capacity.
All right.
So that-
I will tell you.
I regret to
Wait,
I regret to inform you our lives have become complicated all of a sudden.
Yeah.
there are 2 large dogs. Let me make sure that they're not surprised. Oh, they are surprised.
I'm casting a spell.
What spell?
We are
It's-
our own spell today. We don't need
Charm
anything.
Mammal.
This would qualify as a mammal. These are 2 hit die creature, if that matters.
Let me double check. I gotta pull that.
I don't think that it does, but
I don't think it does.
This is great. It's the best
Yeah.
outcome ever.
Yeah, no, it's mammalian animals of any kind, even those that are supernatural, giant, or monstrous.
okay. No saving
They
throw.
do get a save. They
Okay.
do get a save.
It failed. I guess you only get 1,
Sweet.
right? You only get to charm 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll get another one. What is its intelligence?
Low.
Okay, so
These
it's
are
probably
bog
once in
standard dogs.
every. Okay, so like probably every couple months it'll get another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You also still have your surprise round. So that was 1 spell went off. There's still 1 dog.
All right, we're gonna take care of that one.
Oh, I don't.
Hopefully.
Frick. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to hit. Your armor class to hit is 14.
All right,
They
I'll roll.
They were in big spiked collars.
I'm gonna roll my ranged shot first.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Soon as I
Go
can
ahead
figure
and
out how
roll
to
and
do
let me
that.
know if there's any damage.
Gigantic, big, heavy crossbow. Don't fail
Nope.
me now.
Nope.
I hit
All right. William hits
For
once
how much
for
damage?
7.
Holy
4
crap.
points of damage for William.
Yeah, that'll be enough to kill it. All right,
Dog remover.
This is your friend now. We're having soft
Sweet.
tacos later.
Sweet.
I will tell you what else you see out here. Muddy dirt, piles of dog feces, gnawed on bones, and several wooden crates and boxes, which contain visibly old rusty tools and some arrows. There used to be 2 war dogs standing guard. They are chained to posts. The chains are about 70 feet in length.
I reload.
What color is this dog?
Oh. It is a mottled
Black and white. You can clearly see.
mottled gray beast. It's sort of built like these are not your typical war dogs. You would think of maybe something like a mastiff or a pit bull. This is more like a sight hound. These are bred for speed, not for strength.
Okay.
So he's not
Cool.
a dark corgi.
No.
I've got one
This
downstairs.
is like a
Alas.
Bolshoi.
Yeah. All right. Varga just like sort of ruffles its head and says, "I think I'll call you Smoke." And we can.
Now, important to note, even charmed animals, you cannot speak to unless you cast
Correct.
Speak with animals, unless they speak
Yeah.
English.
Yeah. Well, if it follows me,
I mean,
I'll
this is
have
a
pet.
well-trained dog. It will follow your instructions, and it's pretty intelligent as far as dogs go. But it's also a dog, so I'm sure you can do like sick 'em and fetch and sick ball, like bite balls or whatever. You know?
Yeah. Cool.
Go right for the scrot.
This door is probably back into the room, so
Probably,
let's-
but do you know that for sure?
I don't. Let's open the door.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool.
Something to note. This is a pit.
Oh.
20
in the
feet
pit?
deep and sheer-sided. The bottom is covered in bones and corpses. A saber-toothed tiger prowls back and forth.
Oh, hello.
Oh man.
If only you had charm mammal, man.
I'll come back for it.
Oh
Right?
man, it's a shame we've got this dead dog here. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, let's kick the dog in. We can come back maybe and get this saber-tooth tiger if we want.
In
We
doing
can eat the
so,
dog for a week.
the dog is viciously mauled and beset upon.
Oh no, not this dog. The other
Oh,
dead
oh,
dog.
The dead one. Yeah, the dead one.
Well,
We're not-
the dog is. Yeah,
We're
I don't
not
even know.
monsters.
Yeah, I do
Not
that. I was
monsters.
just testing you guys. Anyway, the
Gosh.
dead dog is eaten in its entirety.
Oh, amazing.
It will soon be processed.
This is crates of old clothing.
Yeah, there's also 60 arrows in those crates.
Yeah, I'm good
God.
on arrows.
I need those. Yeah.
I'm
Are there
good.
sounds of movement? Are other people awake and not like recovering from hangover?
Hard to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go smell their breath.
Is this like a rampart over here?
That is
Does
a cave entrance. There's one here, and there's one here. It's like a tunnel.
Okay.
It was sort of hard. It was sort of hard to do with the.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let's go to this the eastern cave over here.
Okay. Would you like to enter into the cave?
Yes.
Okay, who's walking in first?
Not it.
Malchi will.
All right.
Yeah, you already been dancing. It was my
Yeah.
turn to dance, my brother.
All right. Enter into the cave. It appears to be an old storage room.
Oh.
It slopes up, it slopes down 10 feet, filled with crates of dried fruit, vegetables, meat, grain, and ale. This is 250 pounds of goods, but you could probably get some money from it.
Yeah, maybe if we clear the place and we still have.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
And this is just like another crate over here.
Yeah, these are
not
all
a door.
crates. No.
Okay, cool. Let's proceed here.
Let me check. Okay. There's nothing immediately evident here. Except you notice there are two guys over here and one down here. Let me. They have not noticed you.
If our friend the dog is still with us, I will whistle and indicate to see if he will follow my command to attack this one guy at the south.
You know that were you to do that, it would draw the attention of other guards.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're still welcome to do that, but
There's only the 6 of us, man. Be careful about starting a big fight.
it's really the 8 of you, including your clay golem and your newly
Yeah.
acquired dog.
Clay Golem's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Just
What do
don't
you guys think?
lower him into a raging river.
Right.
So we could leave now. We have a lot of loot, and
Yeah.
I do think we killed maybe the leaders of this.
Yeah.
These brigands. But do you feel like we have restored the sacred grove? Vargar does not feel like we have restored
Do I
the...
think you've restored the sacred grove, or your party members?
Vargar is asking the rest of the party. Basically, do you want to get into it here, or you want to retreat? I can go either way.
I try to get into it.
I'm inclined to get out of here.
There's the matter of that little furry leg snitch downstairs in the basement.
I don't think he's friends with these guys.
I don't think he's
No.
friends with anybody except for his own desires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's extricate ourselves. We can come back in with greater numbers and these guys. We've already decapitated the leadership potentially.
Okay.
All right,
how
everyone.
do you go about doing that?
We will go back down the ladder.
Okay.
And retreat with the heads of our enemies. It'd be while we're leaving. I want to pay a visit to the goat-legged individual. And just knock on the door and see whether or not he's actually friends with these guys.
All right.
But I'll knock. I won't open the door.
Okay. You knock on the door and you hear a gruff and whiny voice from the other side. Who's there?
It's me, Varger. We spoke earlier.
I don't remember you. Go away. This is my home.
If you see any brigands, you should deal with them. We are not brigands. We are your friends. And then I'll leave. Yeah.
I rap Varger on the shoulder. We should give him the wine.
Yeah, let's give him the wine. That's a great
Yeah, we'll give
idea.
we'll give him the barrel of wine.
That is a great idea.
It might be grenadine. Who knows what it is?
Yeah. Very nice port.
Upon the suggestion of wine, he creaks the door open and peeks out and says, "Wine?"
Yeah, we
Give
have
him
wine.
wine.
We're going to give you a barrel of wine.
He scratches his curly beard. Well, all right. He takes the wine from you.
Yeah, so we'll drag it over and give it to him. And Varga will ask, "What is your name, friend?"
I'm Gorith.
Gorith, how long have the bandits been upstairs?
Hundreds of years. Humans have been coming around here and messing stuff up for a long time.
What about the large creature? I believe it was an ogre.
He stares at you blankly for a few seconds.
Okay.
He goes back to his wine. He's not. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
All right, cool. Well, Gorith, enjoy the wine. You may see us again. Please don't make my friends dance.
No.
Waves at you.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so we will head back to the boat and then paddle back.
A blue shine catches your eye.
Oh my god. Wait, let's stop. Let's stop.
Again with this.
All right.
Let's do it. We need revenge.
Yeah.
Take out Ralston. I hate that guy. Kill him.
Yeah, you still have like an hour, so
Yeah.
you can do more
yeah.
exploring if you like.
Yeah.
Let's does anyone have an idea for how we could poke this? We could, you have a 10-foot pole. We could grab someone by their feet and they could we could dangle and you could poke it and see if it moves or disappears.
True.
We could
All
use
right.
the fishing pole that is there.
Yeah.
We got rations we could toss out. Gold coins. Maybe not.
Ooh, yeah. I've got a bunch of copper.
Yeah. Toss some copper out there. See what it does.
Yeah, I'll toss 5 copper pieces, just scatter them into the pool.
Okay. Once you do so, there is a great splashing sound, and a large fish seems to mistake it for food.
Oh man. Who's the strongest here?
I have a 14th string.
Probably that
Yeah.
fish.
Wrathgear.
Wrathgear. Yeah.
I've won
Do you
a
think
couple arm wrestling matches.
Do you think Marathger would fish for us if we give him the pole?
Maybe.
I think what he found then would be his.
Who wants to
Ask-
It might
fish?
not work because they're all
I'll
wet.
fish. I'll fish. I'll fish.
All right.
I will hold a shield next to his fishing pole.
Okay. Upon pulling the line, a giant pike, 3.5 to 4 feet in length, bursts out of the water, full size, but shrinks to a normal fish size, about 13 inches, as it falls onto the dock.
Wow.
There is now no bait on the hook. You are in possession of a fishing rod.
How did you do that? Do it
I have
again.
no idea. I have no idea.
Do it again.
Let's grab one of these phosphorescent worms.
Yeah.
Bait the rod. Toss it into the thing.
Yeah.
Who will
we'll
be
do that.
grabbing the worm?
Huh.
Ooh.
Oh, any of you thieves brought a pair of gloves with you, perhaps?
I mean, I have gauntlets.
That'll do.
Yeah, gloves
Yeah.
are standard fare for an adventure. You take
Yeah.
the worm. It is sopping wet and slimy, but no adverse effects. You bait the line, and the worm squirms. Its glowing yellow guts spill out a little bit. It smells sweet.
Let's drop it in.
All right.
Mulchi, you wanna do this round? Or no?
The second the line dips underneath the surface of the water, it grows immediately taut, and the fishing pole is pulled.
Bring them in.
Oh wait, actually, that doesn't happen. Sorry.
Highly improbable.
I missed something. It just drops into the water.
Hmm.
Oh man.
I'll take another copper piece and drop it in.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. All right, I think the fish might be satisfied. Let's see if we can poke the glowing thing.
Yeah.
Who's our honorary poker?
I'll poke it. I'll poke it.
If you want, Ralston, it's all you.
I'll poke it.
This might be a cousin of the same guy who tried to take you out down there.
Yeah.
So, at the bottom of the pool, your 10-foot pole, I assume you have to dip into the pool because 15 feet.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the pool, your 10-foot pole passes through a mass of churning, glowing blue water.
So it's not a. So it's not like a single glowing object. There's a miasma of glowing blue stuff in the water, which is getting stirred up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool at the bottom of this pool.
Let's I'll cast detect magic. I bet you this is some sort of. I mean, well, it's clearly magical, but.
Two things
then
light
do
up
it.
immediately.
Hey.
The churning water, which was already glowing blue, and the fishing pole is very magical.
Huh. I'll write that down.
I love this song.
While detect magic is up, I'll just look at the bronze armbands that we have. Yeah, cool.
Bog standard.
What about the mace with the skull head?
The worm.
Bog standard, all of them.
Okay.
Cool.
The worms aren't magical, but they're not natural either.
Manufactured.
And over here is a cliff wall, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me double check. There appears to be a slight niche over there that you haven't actually checked out.
Oh,
Let's go.
yeah. Let's go inspect that niche.
Yeah, see.
Uh,
I'll describe to you what
cool,
you see.
there.
Walls covered in sigils and motifs depicting an Earth Mother deity. A central, large sigil shows a whirlpool, a gate in its center.
We suppose
A
these
gate
walls-
in the center of the whirlpool, or a whirlpool in the center of a gate?
A gate in the center of a whirlpool.
And there's a glowing whirlpool at the bottom of the pool?
Yes.
Yo.
I'd be way more tempted by that if I could breathe water. But it turns out,
Yeah, we don't have any fish, man.
How long can you hold your breath?
about a minute and a half. Ask me how I learned.
There is actual rules in the module which dictate movement through water for the purposes of this. Characters not protected by magic may move 10 feet per constitution point before beginning to drown.
I think this is something we file away for later.
Yeah.
I think I'm so intrigued, but I think this could be a one-way gate, and it would kill whoever went in there.
Yeah.
I'm loath to ask that furry leg bastard in that room over there.
I mean, Gareth, we just gave him a bunch of wine. We could ask him.
Yeah. We got him nice and drunk.
He might be slurring his words. Won't be able to understand them.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we could ask him.
I'm down to
Call it.
clown if you want to do your
Yeah.
druid charm again.
Yeah. I'll
That's
knock
charming.
on the door again.
Okay.
Third time. Hello.
He says,
Third time's a charm.
slightly stiltedly, "Who is it?"
I say, it's me, Barger.
I don't remember a Varger.
Did you like the wine?
How could I not?
It's good, right?
No response.
Do you know where this gate at the bottom of the pool leads?
Yes.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not a good swimmer, so I don't go very often.
Nice.
Do they permit
Do you-
human visitors?
They don't really permit any visitors, but they don't like restrict visitation either.
How long is the swim?
Oh my gosh, forever. It looks way shorter than it is. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Well, my big leather bag can hold a lot of air in it, but also right now it's full of money. So,
Yeah.
He creaks the door open a little bit. Money.
I give him a single golden coin.
He is delighted. Give me 1 second. Says, this will surely please Mikkel the next time he tries to mess with me.
Who?
Mikkel.
Does anyone else know what a Mikkel is?
No.
I used to date a mushell back in Longfeld.
Seems like a different person, probably.
He shakes his head. He says, Mikkel's a leprechaun.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Goddamn Irish.
Oh man, we're not going in that hole, are we?
No.
I don't think so. Varger's not a very strong swimmer.
Yeah. And one of our friends is soluble.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's proceed back the way we came. Let's see if there's anything else in here that we miss. So back towards the boat.
Okay, alright. Sorry, I was reading something from the module. Are you gonna leave the fishing pole here?
I was gonna take it because it's
Yeah, we're taking that thing.
Alright. Good to know.
We
I
can,
assume you're taking the boat out of here.
yeah,
Yep.
we could trade that to that magician that Padraig is training with.
As we're walking carefully through these flowers, I would like to look into this area to the east.
Yeah, sure. Over there is... Here's what you see. The walls are made of crumbling, roughed sandstone, carved with designs depicting dancing satyrs and human maidens. Behind the wall, you can see a thick patch of brambles.
I will approach the brambles. I can't see through them.
No. It's
Alright.
a 7-foot high mass, covered with 3-inch spikes.
Sweet. I believe I can move through this because I can just sort of know how brambles move. So I will move through this and see what's on the other side, but I
Move easily
don't
through
think.
non-magical undergrowth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If I start to go into it and it starts digging into me, like it resists me, I'm not going to force it. But
Yeah, no, this is non-magical undergrowth. You actually recognize these specific types of brambles. You recognize that there is you see that there is a tunnel under the spikes.
I will crawl through and see what is there. If it like goes on a long way, I won't go because I don't want to.
No, it's
get too far
quite
ahead.
short. It's probably it's about a foot in diameter. But you can reach back there and feel stuff if you feel so inclined.
Does it look like someone's like something's lair, like a den rather?
Maybe. Yeah, probably something lives in there. But also you can see in there, and there's nothing living in there right now. I'll tell you what you see. It leads to the rear of the alcove, where a... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so sorry. The tunnel is through the brambles. It's not in the stone or anything like that. So you can move through it quite easily. It leads to the rear of the alcove, where a bed of soft leaves and flower petals lies within a circular chamber formed by the brambles.
I'll crawl back there and see what I see.
Careful, careful.
Yeah, there's a bed here made up of soft leaves and flower petals. It appears to be like a made construction. It's not just a bunch of loose foliage.
Say, look out for that fucking. Oh, sorry. Look out for that damn leprechaun.
Oh, that's
That'd be
a
his
good point.
house.
Yeah, I will quietly leave.
Okay.
But I'll put a couple of. I'm gonna drop 3 gold, just like in a nice thing. If it's the leprechaun, he can have a present.
All right. Yeah, I'll show you the inside here. It's just inverse. Okay.
Sweet.
The rolls. Is there anything else you'd like to do before retiring from adventuring for the day?
No, I don't
Anyone
think
else? Maybe see if the king, or not the king, the lord will pay us for the heads of these guys. Is this sufficient?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me let's do that. You know what? Since
Okay, was there 2 exits in here? Or is that the exit that we? Is
that
the
was
way
the
we
exit
came
you
in?
came through.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought through the west of that there was like 2. There's like an entryway. What was that? Right next to the river. I'm sorry. It don't matter. Don't look it up. Go on. Continue.
Sorry, give me a second.
This is the way to the hinge, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Should be easy to find for future purposes if you choose to do so.
Good.
Your travel back is relatively uneventful, but please subtract a ration as you're going to have to make camp on your way back.
So
Cool.
we've eaten 2 rations total. Okay.
Or no, sorry. You get back there right around dinner time, so you don't need to subtract a second ration.
Oh, cool.
We get to spend more money at the inn.
Hooray.
Send you to Longfelt, and yes, the seneschal, the bailiff, will meet with you. And when you reveal to him the heads, he is shocked. Not only that you have accomplished this deed in less than 2 days, just the 6, 7, 8 of you. Weird. Don't remember seeing a dog and a clay golem last time, but that you killed an ogre. These things have been plaguing the area for decades now. They raid the shepherds and feast on the fat of the land that the farmers make, and there's only so much that the Lord can do to prevent such a thing. It's also... So you are paid your full sum, which is to say 1,800 gold, so 300 per PC. This will all be done out in the Otherworld results, obviously. You were not paid any extra for the destruction of Ogre, but your name will come up with the landlord.
Pretty cool.
Sweet.
How much was the tiny skull in amber, the ogre's false eye? Did it have a pawn value?
Yeah. Your curios and relics collector will pay 400 gold for that.
Nice.
The skull is apparently the skull of a fae or pixie.
It's not surprising.
Wow.
The curio, the curator, says it's probably no longer magical, but it's impossible to say without breaking it open, and he really doesn't want to do that.
Okay.
My boat looks like a loaf of bread or like a baby that's been sent downriver.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you retire for the evening?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think
thought you were neutral. Got him. Anyway.
I mean, you don't see too many
Yeah.
waffle thieves.
Okay. Well, that is going to end our session for today. I'm going to stop the
Sweet.
recording.
Mythic Mountains RPG is a private online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Folk RPGs are the games that belong to all of us. They're what actually happens at a table between friends. It's their voice that has the authority on what is fun and what works for them. Weekly, we upload our games to allow others to sit in with us. The channel isn't monetized. We don't own the artwork, music, software, or games shown in these actual plays, and you can find links to their authors in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish, or don't. Just like games in person, you're welcome to pull up a chair, sit in, and watch some of our games. No performances, no fancy equipment, just regular people playing folk pencil and paper role-playing games and having a good time. We hope these games will prove a source of enjoyment to anyone just wanting to listen in, anyone looking for examples of how actual groups run and play folk RPGs, and most importantly, if you haven't found your group yet, you're welcome here at ours.